Today we're going to talk about key investments Infor has made in your products and show why now is the best time to make the most of your Infor investment. We now welcome Infor's Executive Vice President, John Flavin.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Fine.
Infor's President, Duncan Angove.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, thank you.
And Executive Vice President of Research and Development, Soma Somasundaram.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good.
Thank you for being here. Now, John, what are some of the common issues that manufacturers are facing today?
There's a number of common issues that face them, but if we boil it down to the critical ones or the strategic ones, I think number one in most, if not all of our customers, is the need to grow. Companies just need to get bigger, get stronger, to be able to fend off competition, to be able to take advantage of markets and grow their share in that market. So growth is number one.
Okay.
I think number two on our customers' minds are the supply chains that support that growth, whether it be organic growth or the supply chains that support acquired growth. And then I think the third one that our customers look at and businesses look at is the cash. You got to have the cash to run the business, you got to pay your employees, you've got to buy new tooling, you've got to buy capital assets, and you really have to manage that cash pretty tight, because we know in today's economic world, there's not a lot of cash being loaned out to companies. Everybody's sitting on it tightly, so people are managing it very closely.
Yes, anything to add to that?
I think more broadly about a strategic agenda that a manufacturer might have around sort of an IT transformation. I mean, it's really around speed, change, and insight in my mind. So how do you do everything fundamentally faster, make faster decisions, have your business processes run faster, and how that translates into how your supply chains run faster, your working capital turns faster, you get product to market faster. The second is change. How do we deliver more organizational agility so we can respond to threats or capitalize on opportunities more easily and more quickly? And then lastly, insight. How do we leverage this vast sort of explosion in velocity, variety, and volume of data to extract precise insight that helps make better decisions?
So John, tell me, what do customers have to say about these issues that you all brought up?
Well, the issues are critical to them, and they're looking for ways to manage them even more tightly than they managed them before. As we've seen in the recession since 2008, a lot of companies have gone bankrupt or they've been acquired because they didn't manage them successfully. So what our customers are saying about them is, how do I grow? And in that growth process, where do I get the cash to grow? Because I'm generally acquiring companies, and or how do I get the cash to build out and put new products on the street to help me grow that way? So they're looking to control growth, cash, and the supply chains they need to manage.
What seems to be the top priority that's driving their response?
Well, the top priority driving their response is competition. The competition is pushing them very, very hard, and let's not say they're all looking over their shoulder, but they're pushing really hard to stay in front of the competition. So I would say that's number one. Duncan, what do you think?
I think they want fast, agile systems that are embedded with richer insight. I was down at a multi-billion-dollar chemical manufacturer a couple of weeks ago, and they had an IT transformation project, and it was both defensive and offensive in nature. So they wanted to be able to respond more quickly to regulatory changes in the chemical industry, right? And their systems right now were holding them back from responding quickly enough. So they were sort of beginning to lag the market and their competitors. They were doing a lot of acquisitions. So how do they bring these acquisitions on board more quickly and get to a common set of systems and processes? And then lastly, how do they tap into all this data they have to start to optimize their increasingly complex and global supply chain so they can pull cost out of it and inject speed into it?
It's a great real-world example. Soma, do you have one?
Taking the same example, the customer that Duncan was talking about, this customer is in the chemical industry, right? So chemical industry has moved to more specialty chemicals. So you need to be willing to take customer specification and turn it into product quickly without compromising on safety, because they are in a regulated environment. So you need to worry about safety without compromising quality. In order to do that, you need to have the R&D engineer who's formulating the product work closely with the quality engineer who's controlling the quality of this product, work closely with the planner and the shop floor to make sure that the product as conceived gets delivered with the right quality, at the right spec, with the right safety. And that is really what customers are forced to do in order to be able to differentiate from the competition.
Tell me, John, how does Infor's enterprise software address customer concerns?
Well, first off, our software is built to manage everything from the financial concerns all the way down through shipping the product out the door to the customer. So what we manage is all the financial concerns from the ledger, receivables, payables, through order entry, through purchasing, inventory, down into production scheduling, and then the product finally is shipped out to the customer. So what that allows for is all the people in the company to participate in taking the order and the manufacture of the goods. So the R&D people participate in terms of the bill of material and the product lifecycle management. The order entry people participate in terms of the customer credit files and the customer addresses and taking the orders in through purchasing, inventory, down into production scheduling, and again, finally out the door. So we're collecting all that information, holding it in a repository, and allowing the customers to close their books, ship their products.
Duncan, anything like
Yeah,
that?
so I mean, the notion of integrated enterprise suites that support sort of end-to-end business processes in industry is not a different idea. I think we bring a set of design points to it that are different than the rest of the industry. So it's specialized by industry and engineered for speed. So we don't deliver generic business processes. We go down to the deepest part of a micro vertical, so boating, breweries, bakers, and automotive manufacturer, and build functionality that's very specific to their industry. And then secondly, we deliver all of that on a more agile and fast framework, so it's quick to implement, easy to upgrade, and helps our customers run faster.
Some great information you all are sharing. Thank you so very much.